Hello everybody, welcome to Amakhosi channel. Send your like, comment, subscribe, guys. Just when I was about to record, the news that are coming out is that Zwane has joined AmaZulu as a co-coach with Vusimuzi, the guy who used to coach Bay. Yeah, we used to coach Richards Bay. The guy was there at Golden Arrows. He was a co-coach or assistant coach for who's this guy? Maputi Kanyes at some point. And we are told that now he has become a coach with Coach Zwane. They've become co-coaches, meaning what? Both of them, they're going to account the same. Both of them, they're going to be held accountable the same. No one is above another. Now the question is, because I've seen some arrogance with Vusimuzi, and I've seen some arrogance with others as well. Not an arrogance of like proud, hey, that these guys are big heads and whatnot. No. I'm talking about people, they speaking what they think and they don't mince their words. They're disciplinarians as well, especially Zwane, because I've seen him closely with Kaizer Chiefs, that he's a disciplinarian. How he would then like instruct the players, how you see them, him pointing at them and all those things, a disciplinarian. And my question is, will not their egos clash? Will not their egos clash? Will they respect one another as former players as well? Will they respect one another? I mean, the other one has been like a coach, like as a head coach in the teams that he has been, Vusimuzi, that is. And then Zwane was a head coach of Kaizer Chiefs, and how he was fired because of his display of football. I don't know if they will work together or they'll work well together. Definitely they'll work together, but as for working together, well, I don't know. However, that's not for me. There's something that this guy Zungu saw in them that he was like, no, these guys, I'll love them. Sorry, I'd love to see them working together. And he sat down and said, okay, you know what, guys, here's my vision. You know that AmaZulu, they've once played in the MTN, they went far, they went to play in the final against Parity. You know that AmaZulu, they have been in the top flight for a long time now, that they haven't been relegated. So I want you to keep them to that position. I mean, they just fired their coach who never won anything, didn't win any game, like 3 back-to-back losses. I mean, we also put some salt in that wound as well. So I'm wishing Zwane very well. I'm wishing Mangethe very well. And I'm like, finally. There's something about playing for Kaizer Chiefs or playing for a team. And let's say Kaizer Chiefs or limit to Kaizer Chiefs. There's something about playing for a team and then you end up coaching them and then you end up becoming everything in that team, that sometimes you don't think that there's life outside of that, and you become too comfortable and then you take whatever that they say. So now I think we're going to see what type of a coach Zwane is, where there's less pressure, because I mean, AmaZulu are an old team. They're not started as a big team as Kaizer Chiefs. They're an old team. As they are old team, that means therefore that this is not just a team that just was born yesterday. But in terms of fan base, in KZN, they are good, they are big. I won't take that away from. But the pressure of coaching Kaizer Chiefs and coaching AmaZulu, those are totally different things. That meaning what? Meaning what? That he might have ample time. Him and Vusimuzi, they might have ample time to form what they want to form, to establish the kind of football that they want to establish. As for us fans of Kaizer Chiefs especially, we're impatient with him, and I'm one of those who are impatient with him because I wasn't seeing the results. I didn't see any type of football. Others have saw that, and I'm like, I wasn't impressed with Zwane, and I've been saying that Zwane needs to leave Kaizer Chiefs, and finally he has left Kaizer Chiefs. Now as he has left Kaizer Chiefs, he's going out there to grow himself, to equip himself. The door is not closed for him when he wants to come back. The door is not closed for him. That's one thing I know. I mean, I haven't heard any statement from Kaizer Chiefs. I know that they'll say that you have served the club very well and we wish you all the best, and know that every time or any time that you want to come back, you can come back. The door is not closed for you. I know that's the statement of Kaizer Chiefs. Why? Because I've seen how Kaizer Chiefs, how they work with their own legends, or they work with their coaches. Like, they always have a good relationship, especially Zwane. When he was demoted, he didn't take that demotion as an insult and said that, hey, don't take me for a fool, don't take me for a ride, I'm not gonna come back here and whatnot, I'm leaving. But he then said that any place where Kaizer Chiefs, where Kaizer don't ask me to go and serve, I'm gonna serve because I love this club. And he served us until last day, which is now, where he went and spoke to the chairman himself, and chairman released him and gave him his blessings. He wasn't fired, he didn't leave like on a back door, he didn't leave running here. He got the blessings. So there's no need for him to come back running back like a prodigal son. There's no need for that, because he got the blessings like well, and then now he's leaving. I would wish him well. I want to see what type of a coach that he is. It's his opportunity to go and develop himself. It is his opportunity to grow himself and become the type of a coach that he sees himself to be, or that he wishes to be. Now, hard work starts. Some would say that he was pushing the Kaizer Chiefs because, I mean, he's a club legend. I mean, here, he's just club's legend. Here, he wasn't really pushed that much and whatnot. Some would say that there's no such a thing. So as for me, I'm saying it's about high time that he goes and then he spread his wings and then he flies. Go and learn as much as possible. You'll never know tomorrow where you'll be. He might, and I wish to see him coming back to Kaizer Chiefs one day. I wish to see him coming back to coach Kaizer Chiefs. If you remember Roland Mokwena, he went and then he coached Pirates for a short stint. Did he go to Chippa first? But he went and coached Pirates and then he coached Chippa. I don't know if it was Chippa first and then Pirates. I think it was Pirates. He was on a loan to Pirates and then he went to Chippa on a loan. I don't even remember that. Anyway, but my story is that for you to prove yourself, for you to grow, you need a lesser team. I'm not saying Pirates is a lesser team in terms of how big it is, but you need to go to a lesser team so that you develop yourself, grow yourself, learn as much as possible, and form your style of play, your philosophy, without so much pressure as playing for a big team. So when he went to Chippa, he tried that, but some would say that he failed and he went back. I think he went back to Pirates if it was the other way around, but then Pinto went and then he found him and said that, dude, come and work with me, and then he helped him, he developed him like so much, like he developed him so much that he left him at Sundowns and then he continued his philosophy and he grew. He's the coach that he is now. Whitehead was not going to see him had it not been for Peter, or had it not been for the opportunities that he went and then he got elsewhere. So what I'm saying is that it's good for Zwane to go outside, to go and learn, to grow, like to develop himself to be that kind of a coach that he wants to be, that he thinks that he is. Now hard work again, I still repeat, it starts. And you never know that who is he going to rope in. You never know who is going to rope in. But this is where I then see him coming back for Kaizer Chiefs players. This is where I see him coming back for Kaizer Chiefs players. He's one coach who develops so many young players that are there in the current team, right? So therefore, those players, especially if they are not playing, those players, he's going to go to Zungu and say that, look, Zungu, let's sit down and have a conversation. Vusi, like, let's have a conversation, discussion. There's that player that I saw at Kaizer Chiefs that I developed from development, and I roped them into the senior team. I promoted them. So I think those players that here they can help us. They're not playing much. Let's go negotiate with Kaizer Chiefs and see if they can loan us those players. And then in that way, it's gonna take lesser time to develop his philosophy that he wants to, that they would want to develop at Amazulu, because they'll be with players that Zwane knows. And Vusi might do the same, looking at players at Bay, looking at players at Arrows and said that, you know what, I've worked with so and so and so, let's try and drop in these players. Let's get Amazulu to be that team that we know to be a big team. So I'm assuming that you're going to be seeing some of Kaizer Chiefs players and some of former Vusi's players going to play for him. They may go there as a loan, they may go there as permanent deals. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. It might be a good thing for our players that finally they'll get time, like playing time. Because I mean, let's say for example, he says, I want Mashiane, for example. I want Mashiane, and then I also want Bobo, because he's also not getting game time, is injured there, and I don't think that he's gonna play because already the current team already, it's fluid, like it's playing very well, they're in sync. So therefore, please borrow me Zwane, coach for 6 months, and then let me help you develop him and let me speed up his development. So like this is coming, it's gonna benefit us as Kaizer Chiefs if what I'm thinking is going to take place. It's going to benefit us as Kaizer Chiefs. So that is going to develop players for Kaizer Chiefs, especially those that you'll be loaning. So I don't know. What is your take? Are you happy that Zwane has left? Are you happy that he has gotten an opportunity outside of Kaizer Chiefs? And remember, he has left a vacant position there that needs to be filled. Who will fill that position? Who will fill that position? But yeah, in any case, what are your thoughts about this news? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you not happy? Do you think one day Zwane will come back? Let me know your thoughts. I'm out. MC Amakhosi. I love you guys. Cheers.